I lived long enough to witness the end of an era when obesity was considered a sure sign of good health. I remember my aunt once telling me how amazed she was by a chubby boy she saw sitting at a bus stop. Instead of wasting time, he decided to demolish 3 sandwiches he pulled out of a paper bag. To her, that was the ultimate example of making good use of time. Apparently, I learned from her that being fat was a wonderful thing, until elementary school hit me with 2 harsh truths. Being fat is disgusting. I was very fat. Very. From that moment on, my life turned into a moral dilemma and a non-stop cycle of self-blame. You love food, and you always feel guilty. You look in the mirror and discover you've turned into a bear. Doctors somehow managed to invent cancer and invent obesity, 2 diseases that supposedly never existed before. Have you ever heard of anyone getting cancer during the Abbasid Caliphate? Thinness has become the obsession of our time. The ideal male image is now the ad model with a sculpted body and a stomach packed with muscles, while the poor souls with bellies so big they can't see their feet are expected to either die or disappear. The problem is, the game isn't fair. I have a friend who right in front of me devoured 3 chocolate bars, then 2 candy bars, then ice cream, then an entire bag of potato chips, and finally sucked down a canned juice until I felt nauseous just watching him. I swear this really happened. And then you find out that this friend is underweight. There are also people who can lose weight whenever they want. I've known people who drop 20 kilograms in a single month using nothing but willpower. You meet them later and they look like iguanas, with loose skin hanging under their chins, only to regain all the weight at lightning speed. Within a week, everything they lost is back. Nutrition experts say gradual calorie reduction combined with exercise is essential. So I decided to exercise. I bought a stationary bike and started pedaling. Until I couldn't feel my legs anymore and felt like I'd turned into a pencil. In the end, I discovered I had burned only 30 calories, something I could have achieved far more comfortably by skipping a single spoon of sugar. There is no real way to lose weight. There is no real way to burn calories. Gains always exceed losses. Even if you climb the Himalayas, you wouldn't burn the calories in a single plate of rice. 1 hour of squash burns 600 calories, which 100 grams of ice cream with a bit of pastry can completely wipe out in seconds. There are low-calorie foods. You could live on Persian thyme, citrus, chapati, halloumi cheese, and even better if you add beets and gecko. But do you actually know what these foods are? There's a decent chance you'd get insulted if you went to the supermarket asking for gecko. It seems that thinness and obesity are nothing but a private chess game between the hormones insulin and leptin, and we helpless victims are stuck in between. One day, when science finally admits that dieting doesn't work and that hormonal treatment is the real solution, basically when it reaches the conclusion I already have, they'll decide that exercise in all its forms is harmful and inhumane. Until then, I'll keep burning calories my own way. I discovered that sleeping burns 70 calories an hour, so 10 hours of sleep burns 700 calories. Sitting around doing nothing burns 100 calories an hour, so I try to sit still for 4 straight hours every day, preferably while watching TV. One expert even claimed that some people lose weight from the effort made by their eye muscles. I'll bring a bag of peanuts to add the effort of chewing to the equation. That's all I can do until those idiots invent real weight loss pills. And when they do, I promise I'll buy them, if I'm still alive, or at least still able to fit through my bedroom door.